It's now time to select your team. Would you prefer time to figure out where on the now for the fun part? Here, congratulations. It's time to sign your first coaching contract.
14! Black 14! Set! White 53! White 53! Set! Set. Get ready. Set.
Timeout by the offense.
Here we go. Ready.
Time to choose your mental ability. These are upgradable play style enhancements that will help to separate you from the other players. And if you're good, you'll have the opportunity to activate even more later in your career.
Black 88! Black 88! Cut! Cut! Set! Set! White 80! White 80! Set! Red 18! Red 18! Uh-huh. All right! Set! Black 14! Uh-huh. Black 18! Black 18! Say hi! White 53! White 53! Say hi! Head! Hut! Hut! Blue 85! Set! Blue 30! Blue hut! Set! Set!
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. What a way to start this game. Trying to rattle them right off the bat with an onside kick, and it pays off. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Flushed out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Oregon! interception return.
I mean, you talk about coming out as a defense. He's setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
That makes the score Oregon 7, Ohio State 0.
They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Unloads it left. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
On the run, it's Whittington. Past the first down marker and still running. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Moore to the air. Lets it fly. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's just a play that you have got to make if you're going to win this game. You're not going to get a lot of chances. Like, you might not get another receiver that open for the rest of the season.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Takes a hit as he fires. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Shoots it to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. At the 30. The inside. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker. Always, that's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Benson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
What?
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do...
Looking deep down the right side. He's got it. There he goes. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your...
Pulls it in on the left. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the pass. Makes the grab. It's Peoples. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Finds his man. It's Smith. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. So much change of direction. He's down to the 23.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. They're working that left side. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Buckeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Lets it go to the end zone. Complete to the right. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. The throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
They'll try to run it in. And again, he gets nothing. This defense is not giving up anything on the goal line. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Red zone.
4th and goal from the 5. The offense is still out there. This epitomizes confidence. From the gun, looking for a man. Using his feet to buy time. He is out of bounds, and he did not get there. Couldn't reach the pylon. They'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Oregon! Once he got some room, it was over. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Smith. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Corners are going to bail. Going to take a shot at this DB. It's caught. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played 1. Boy, they tried to end the 1st quarter on a high note to no avail. 2nd quarter's coming. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down.
Cooler 18. Cooler 18. 221 away. 221 away.
Power football with the run. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Peoples. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Off the play fake. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give out of the gun. He's past the 30. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early. He's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their third possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously...
Looking for a huge play. He's got it at the 20. Turning it on. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield on first down. He turns it loose to the left. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run play action. Quarterback adapting. That's reeled in. It's Peoples.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Oregon! The defense takes matters into its own hands. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Tate. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Quarterback moving. I don't know what he possibly could have been thinking there to wind up all the way back in the end zone and taking a safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out on the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking.
LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Ready to kick it away to get things started. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington.
That is an absolutely perfect start. If you're a defensive guy, you got to back up. Inside their own 10. Do you want to be aggressive and go try to get after that quarterback, maybe get a safety early in the game, or do you just settle in and sit back? Good problems to have early in the game.
This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. On the run, it's Whittington. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Going to try to get it himself. Smart move to get down with the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Finds his tight end. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Caught near the sticks. It's Whittington. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
Down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Johnson looking to throw. The short hands, it's Anderson.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Defense in press coverage. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires one high and deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. Quick pass on the jet motion. Hard running there. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Throws to the tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now improvising. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Johnson wants to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Under fire. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. How about this DB turning on the Jets and getting the first sack of the game for this defense?
And that is how you come from the secondary with authority. Come with some speed, some vitriol, some hate. Just get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. Nice job by the secondary getting to the quarterback.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for the big play. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. Fourth and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's low. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. He wants to change this route. The give to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. They want to get this defense on its heels. Has to get there to move the sticks. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Johnson looking to throw. Extending the play. Got a man. It's Anderson. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play.
That's the end of the first half. Oregon 7, LSU 0.
The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance.
There he goes. Will work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
And the Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. Johnson wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Inside the 35. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out. That's a fumble. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
You start to get that offense going, start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Davison. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're dealing with a second and long. This time they'll go to the running game. Breaks into the open. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Moore will throw. Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Oregon! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Johnson looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Snatches it on the run. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. Coming out with it, it's Davison. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Moore to the air. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Back to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now. Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Caught, close to the marker, it's Benson. Got room at the 35. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And it's incomplete as he tried to lob it in with perfect touch.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. He'll take a knee as a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Running into the open space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Johnson wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Green. Touchdown LSU! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Massive score now, massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
He's looking to throw. Here's a heat. He will get there, and they take the lead with a 2-point conversion. What a gutsy call. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Got to move quickly here. They need to get into field goal range. Moore will throw. He's taking the deep shot. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Oregon.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, LSU.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Offense changing the play. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He wants a big play here late. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Oh, he just handled it